Act 4, Scene 5. What lines create an almost comic effect while also lending themselves to high drama?
I didn't. I thought it said cosmic effect. That's why I didn't answer that question.
I knew it.
Go ahead.
The musician's lines with Peter are actually funny. I wrote something completely different down, so I didn't have space, but I find it here. They argue with each other using fa, so the music things do re mi fa so li ta. That's pretty funny.
Okay, what is
do re mi fa so la ti do?
What is the reaction of each of the characters to Juliet's death? Be sure to include the friar.
Okay. This isn't working too good.
The nurse says, "Alas, alas, alas, my lady's dead." So she's kind of surprised. Paris is disappointed. Lady Capulet is, "My child is my only life," so she's kind of sad. And Capulet is sad
he
about...
gets poetic.
Yeah, he's sad about death. I'm sure he's feeling bad that he called his child all those terrible things. And Friar, he knows that she's not dead, so he tries to comfort.
Yeah,
He tries to comfort them.
yeah, he can do it pretty easily because he knows what's going on. She's not dead. Okay. Act 5, Scene 1. Describe Romeo's dream about Juliet.
I see it. I don't know. Give me my drink. What answers?
Nothing on?
Number 1. He dreams that Juliet found him dead and then kissed him, and he awoke as an emperor.
Yeah, yeah.
He has good dreams throughout this book.
Yeah, that's Romeo. Yeah. Okay, question 2. What news does Balthazar bring, and what is Romeo's reaction to it?
Balthazar tells Romeo that Juliet is dead, and then he says, "Is it even so? Then I defy you, stars." And
yeah,
he's kind of mad at Balthazar for telling him that.
Yeah, so he's mad at the messenger.
Weird. There's my hand in it.
Okay. 3. In his speech, what does Romeo tell Juliet?
I don't hear you.
Oh, in his speech, what does Romeo tell Juliet?
He said that he will get a poison from a doctor and poison himself so he can also be dead. Well, from a drug dealer.
An apothecary. Yeah, that's kind of like a Renaissance term for a pharmacist. So I guess technically he is a drug dealer. Okay, we're live now. Okay, so Jenna, if you're listening, we just went over Act 5, Scene 1, Question 4. What would we call an apothecary today? That would be a pharmacist, a herbalist, or Geneva said a drug dealer, which is probably right. Okay, Act 5, Scene 2. What does Friar John fail to do? Why?
Deliver the message to Romeo because he was kind of quarantined because the searchers, that's what they kind of called the police, thought that he was exposed to a virus.
Okay. Question number 2.
Unhappy fortune, he's probably mad and disappointed that it won't work out for Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah, probably scared of what Romeo will do. Okay, Act 5, Scene 3, number 1. What prompted Paris to visit Juliet's tomb secretly on Thursday night?
To grieve and to strew flowers on her grave.
Good. 2. What command does Romeo give Balthazar? Use quotations from the text to show how strongly Romeo felt about being obeyed.
He should deliver the letter to his parents, and he said, "So shalt thou show me friendship."
also that he shouldn't come back. By heaven, I will tear thee joint by joint and strew this hungry churchyard with thy limbs.
Hmm.
Comes back.
Yeah, that's sending a message.
Yeah.
Number 3, why would Paris feel Romeo would do some villainous shame to Juliet and Tybalt under the circumstances? Is he justified in thinking this? Explain.
He probably thinks that Romeo wants to hurt them even more. And he said, convenience be pursued further than death. He might be justified because Romeo killed Tybalt.
Hmm.
He
Now,
doesn't know that they're married, those two.
yeah, and Romeo doesn't know that Paris is engaged to Juliet either. Okay, number 4, why do you think Romeo honors Paris's last request?
I have no idea.
Because
Or maybe because
Paris was Mercutio's kinsman, and Romeo and Mercutio are good friends.
Okay. Would it also have something to do with Paris loving Juliet as well?
That's because he also loved Julia, but I didn't think that he knew about that.
Yeah, so I'm not sure at that point. So, okay, 5, what does Friar Lawrence fear? Why do you suppose he asked Balthazar to accompany him to the vault? Why does Balthazar refuse to go?
He's afraid that somebody is burning down the Capulets monument. He might be afraid of whoever is there. And Balthazar refuses to go because Romeo said he'll kill him if he comes back.
Yes, good. Okay, 6, why does Friar Lawrence leave Juliet in the tomb alone?
Because Juliet sends him away.
7, what has happened to Lady Montague and why?
She died of heartbreak because Romeo was banished.
Okay. What purpose is served by having the page and watchman enter the tomb?
Well, when Juliet sees them, she stabs herself. When she hears them, she stabs.
Okay. 9, why is Friar Lawrence able to tell the greatest part of the story? What other characters fill in the gaps?
Because he knows exactly what happened. He was kind of part of him. And Balthazar and the page.
Okay, good. What symbolic action do the Montagues and Capulets agree on to end the feud?
They shake hands.
No, they make a statue of the two.
Yeah.
A gold statue.
So isn't it interesting, though, the very, very first page of the book foreshadowed everything that happened right to this point, eh?